It's a scramble, so it doesn't matter. You just hit and go.
Good morning and welcome to the Crawford County Commissioners Work Session for August 2nd, 2023. We'll start with the Crawford County Hospital Authority.
Good morning again, gentlemen.
Morning, John.
Good morning, John. The Hospital Authority met yesterday at the request of Meadville Medical Center. This has become somewhat of an annual event. The hospital has requested additional funding through the authority for a total of $6 million. Renee Sante, on behalf of the hospital, addressed the authority members and described the intended use of the funds as being mostly for capital expenditures for this fiscal year and next fiscal year. Didn't seem like there was anything particularly noteworthy, no one particular project. It appeared that the funds would be spent mostly to update equipment, x-ray equipment, a cath lab, things of that nature. He did note that about $3 million was supposed to be earmarked for the Titusville Hospital and some upgrades over there. He did provide the board a full financial report of the hospital's finances for the last fiscal year, and it was informative and well received by the authority members. So, as the board knows, in order to approve the tax exempt financing, I need to come before you as the noted elected representative and have you sign off that the funding is beneficial for the health, safety, and welfare of the medical community. So, we'll look to do that.
Any questions for John?
I do.
Okay.
So are there two separate resolutions we're going to be?
It's just one resolution, but what we have is, there's two documents that you sign, one resolution, but the other document is called a Certificate of Applicable Elected Representative. So two things are actually signed, but only one is a resolution.
Okay, so I just want to,
Okay, yeah, and I can see where the confusion is, because as it came over, I have one resolution for the hospital authority, one for the note issuance, and then an additional certificate for
Yeah,
representative.
so the hospital authority would just be ours then, yeah.
Three, right, okay,
Yes.
so three separate documents is how it came over, which is how that got transferred onto the,
But
Okay.
it should only be two.
but for next week,
correct.
are we still approving separately two different things? Or is it one approval next week that will encompass all of the things that you need?
Traditionally, we've just approved the resolution, which encompasses the certification of
Okay.
elected representatives.
Okay, I just want us to all be on the same page with that. Okay.
One additional note, if I may, one of our board members, Dean Fair, his term is up at the end of this year. And as you know, since we only meet on an as-needed basis, I wouldn't anticipate us meeting again. I'll defer to the board. Dean has indicated he's willing to serve another term. And the board can tell me how you would like to do that moving forward, if you want to open it up, if you want to make a motion with regard to Dean, whatever you want to do, let us know.
I'll let Commissioner Stoff handle our standard policy for a renewal, so.
We just like that you make it available and have the information out to the public that there is a seat that is coming due. And if people choose to apply, great. If they don't, and Dean is the only one who applies, then I would have no problem approving that recommendation if that's the recommendation of the body. But we just like to have give people the opportunity to know that there's an opportunity for them to serve.
Kind of do that next week?
Oh, yeah,
Might be
you can
sufficient.
do that at your own
I'm
pace.
just thinking that, how is that typically done? Is it put in the paper, is it just announced at one of these meetings, what's the standard?
It's kind of it's your thing in that you can just do word of mouth. You could put something in the newspaper if you want. You could just advertise internally somehow.
A really nice
through your-
reporter could put a little snippet in that says, looking for,
Yeah.
open
If,
thing.
if we knew one of those, right?
Through your contacts, however you do it. There's no hard and fast rule or a requirement of how to do that. We just
Okay.
like the word to be out there somehow.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And if others apply, that certainly doesn't mean
You pick who
Dean
you-
could still be selected to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
that person.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. All right, thank you, gentlemen. Have a good
Thank
day.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
John.
Public Safety, Director Beveridge.
Morning, Greg.
Morning,
Morning,
Greg.
Greg.
Everyone, Commissioner Henry.
How are you?
Asking for approval to renew our maintenance agreement with Facility Gateway for a one-year period at cost of $1,202.58. That's for our UPS system for amount of 1 year. We're also requesting to approve the payment of $2,625 to LSSE engineers for work on our Sugar Lake Tower site.
Any questions for Greg? Thank you, Greg.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Planning?
Morning, Zach.
Morning, Zachary.
4 items this morning. The first, we're asking for approval to pay an invoice from Pashic MTR the amount of $12,819.73. This is for their June services associated with the Ed Meyer Complex project in Titusville. That's paid for out of Titusville's CDBG funds.
Okay.
We're also asking for approval of an invoice from HRG Inc. in the amount of $19,600 for their design and engineering services associated with the East Branch Trail Knox and Kane Trail projects. Those are paid for out of the ARC Power Grant. Next, we're asking for approval of an invoice to pay the Kane Republican for publication for an invitation to bid in the amount of $1,195.64. Again, this is paid for out of the ARC Power Grant. And then we're seeking to ratify the execution of a contract and payment to the Titusville Area Chamber of Commerce in the amount of $25 for the public engagement activities. Signing up for Titusville's Oil Festival this year is paid for out of the State Facility Transition Closure Program as part of the comp plan project.
Any questions for Zach?
I'd just like to thank you and your staff for getting the power grant straightened out.
Yeah.
Much more
Coming as it
comfortable.
should.
Yeah,
Much more comfortable.
we will make another submission later this week, but the Commonwealth was not sure whether or not that'll be held, as I said before, with
Sure.
the budget impasse. So,
Fair enough.
okay, thank you.
Thanks, Zach.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Zach. County maintenance?
Morning, Mark.
Morning, Mark.
Asking to ratify approval, pay invoices for the remodel of the new GIS office for Granger for $3.82, Sherwin-Williams for $349.25.
Okay.
Asking to ratify approval to pay invoices for the new voter services remodel, Height Company for $190.89, and Home Depot for $7.22.
Okay.
Asking to ratify approval, pay invoices for the new treasurer's office remodel for Folks Flooring America for $6,500. Asking approval to pay Eads Architects for professional services for the courthouse window project for $1,760.91. Asking approval to pay Brian Noah for professional services from July 1st to July 31st for $922.50.
Okay.
Asking approval to hire Perry Construction. This is to remove and replace 437 square feet of concrete sidewalk in front of the courthouse for $7,074.
Okay.
Asking approval to pay AMP Electric. This is for work done to move the electric service at the courthouse for $29,474.
Okay.
Asking to ratify approval to pay Shingle Decker Welding. This is to rehab Bridge number 8, Creek Road in Cussawga Township for $72,500. This is the remaining 50% final payment and will be paid for with liquid fuels money.
Okay.
Asking approval to pay Lehman Brothers. They replaced the metal roof on the front half of the swine barn at the fairgrounds for $8,113.15, and the fair board will reimburse us for $4,000. Asking approval to pay AMP Electric. This is to replace a breaker box, and that's supposed to be service outlets at the fairgrounds for $1,800, not service cables. That would change for the meeting.
Okay.
And asking approval to pay Eads Group. This is for engineering services on the water line relocation project for the care center for $3,000.
Any questions for Mark? Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
The Care Center? Morning, Tony.
Tony.
Morning, Tony.
Morning. Request to approve the contract with United Healthcare Insurance Company, and this is for covered services rendered for residents enrolled in the plan.
Okay.
Request to approve the contract with Farley Solutions, and this is to prepare the final Pennsylvania Medicaid cost report. And request to approve the contract with Healthcare Ventures Alliance Senior Living Alliance as part of the agreement in connection with the membership in the corporation. And request to approve the contract with Vantage Home Medical Equipment and Services to provide products and services for facility and/or residents.
Okay.
And request to ratify a part-time hourly business office manager position effective 7/31/23.
Okay.
And request to approve the $1,460.10 quote with direct supply for the purchase of 2 PTAC units for resident rooms.
Okay.
Good.
Any questions for Tanya?
Yep.
United Healthcare, would that be to ratify, because I see Eric's signature already on this in June?
No, we're okay. Nope, it doesn't have to be ratified. Nope, we're okay to wait.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
Thank you.
Tanya.
Human Services?
Good morning.
Good morning, Sue.
Requesting approval of the fiscal year 23-24 contract with BHC Advanced Services. This is the contract with Mercer County, reimbursing us for the boundary spanner position and the person-centered program. Contract maximum is $183,384, which is the same as fiscal year 22-23. There's no cost to the county.
Okay.
Requesting approval of the CWIS data sharing agreement for the period 10/1/23 to 9/30/24. There is no cost associated with this agreement. Requesting to ratify payment to the Department of Human Services for the ERAP admin reimbursement to the state. The total cost was $677.86. There was no cost to the county.
Okay.
Requesting approval of the purchase requisition to American AED for $2,144 for the purchase of a Zoll AED-3 defibrillator. The cost to the county is $315.98. Requesting to ratify payment to Doodle.com for an international fee. The total cost was $5.37. The cost to the county is 80 cents.
I don't know about that one.
We table that one?
We have to talk to
No.
Stephanie about that.
Requesting approval of payment to Leonard's Auto for repairs made to vehicle number 37, which were needed for inspection. The total cost is $3,715.41. The cost to the county is $661.92. Requesting approval of payment to McCandless Ford for additional repair work that was needed to complete work on vehicle number 28. The total cost is $963.67. The cost to the county is $171.68. Requesting to ratify payment to Streamline Verify for a 1-year licensing fee. This is for software to check for an excluded employee. Requesting approval of the C2 amendment to the fiscal year 22-23 contract with the ARC of Crawford County for mental health funded companion and respite services. There is no overall change in funding. We're just moving funding between line items. Requesting approval of the fiscal year 23-24 CYSJP contract with Appalachian Youth Services for residential services. This is the same service that we contracted for in fiscal year 22-23. Requesting approval of the fiscal year 23-24 CYSJP contract with Children's Aid Society of Mercer County for foster care and mentoring program services. These are the same services and rates that we contracted for in fiscal year 22-23. Requesting approval of the fiscal year 23-24 CYSJP contract with Family Pathways for foster care services. These are the same services that we contracted for in fiscal year 22-23. Requesting approval of the fiscal year 23-24 mental health contract with Hand in Hand Mental Health Services for the Prospect Street and Elm Street houses and the Challenge Center Psychiatric Rehab Program. Requesting approval of the fiscal year 23-24 mental health contract with Hand in Hand Mental Health Services for Renewed Life Haven, ending on September 3rd, 2023. Requesting approval of the fiscal year 23-24 mental health ID contract with Youth Advocate for in-home and community supports, companion services, habilitation, tour homemaker, and respite services. These are the same services that we contracted for in fiscal year 2022 and 2023. The rates remain the same as well. And requesting approval of the fiscal year 23-24 professional contract with the United Way of Western Crawford County for managing the Vision Project and admin fees and managing the forensic person-centered contingency funds and admin fees.
Any questions for Sue?
Nope.
Thank you, Sue.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Finance?
Good morning.
Morning.
Stephanie.
Morning, Stephanie.
For your approval, for your ratification, I have invoices totaling $718,106.95. It is to the PA County's Health Insurance, PCHIP. It's our August 2023 health insurance premium. Invoice number is 137118-0 in the amount of $718,106.95, and that will come from insurance premiums.
Questions for Stephanie? Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you.
The Commissioner's Office.
I have 3 notifications. The first one is the Chapter 103 NPDES permit from Markowski Engineering Group for State Route 6 roadway improvement project in the city of Meadville and West Mead Township. I have an Acts 14, 67, 68, and 127 notification from Porter Consulting for a general permit for the Heidi Cooper Park improvements in the city of Meadville. And an Act 14 notification from Civil and Environmental Consultants for Chapter 105 general permit registration for maintenance and replacement of water obstructions and encroachments for the McHenry Street pipeline replacement and Liberty Street at Clark Road pipeline replacement projects.
Okay, any questions, Regina? Upcoming events, August 9th is a full session. Take note of the work session being on a Thursday, August 17th. Next session after that be the 30th. The courthouse will be closed on September 4th, which is amazingly, apparently is Labor Day, which is already in September as it goes. Any public comment? Commissioner comments, Commissioner Saab,
Nothing today, thank you.
Commissioner Wiederspin.
Oh, this time of year, my usual, less than 3 weeks to the fair, so it's getting close.
Okay,
Looking
well,
forward to it.
we all looking forward to another dry fair, right?
Yes,
So, all right. We
absolutely.
will see you next week. Thank you.